200 years ago, on this same ground, a frontiersman might have reached for the very same thing. The balance is perfect in the hand, the edge keen enough to bite clean into wood. Whether you were a trapper in 1820 or a hiker in 2025, some tools simply refuse to grow old. When we picture the American frontier, we often think of endless wilderness, towering forests, fast rivers, open plains. But survival out there wasn't just about grit, it was about gear. The tools carried westward by settlers, traders, and Native Americans weren't crude, they were brilliant, tested by necessity, and refined over generations. Many of them were multi-purpose, a hatchet that was also a hammer, a cooking pot that doubled as an oven, a knife that could skin a deer in the morning and whittled tent pegs by afternoon. And here's the remarkable thing. Those designs were so well thought out that even in our world of stainless steel and battery-powered gadgets, they still work beautifully. Today, we'll look at 10 frontier tools that could slip into a camper's kit and still earn their keep. The tomahawk has deep roots in Native American cultures. Originally stone-headed, later adapted to steel heads through trade with Europeans. By the late 1700s, the tomahawk and the frontier hatchet had blended into a compact, all-purpose chopping tool. A steel head weighing about a pound, a straight hickory handle easy to replace in the field, and a blade sharp enough for splitting kindling or shaping a log. Some had a flat pole for hammering, others featured a pipe bowl, combining two tools in one. In the hand, it's perfectly balanced. You feel the head pull forward as you swing, the satisfying thunk as steel bites into green wood. Today, the design lives on in camping hatchets, tactical tomahawks, and even firefighter tools. It's still the same principle: portable, durable, and deadly efficient. A good cast iron skillet was worth its weight in gold, and it did weigh plenty. Thick, heavy, and virtually indestructible, it could fry, bake, roast, or simmer. Cast by local foundries or shipped in from eastern factories, these pans held heat evenly and could be nestled right into a hearth or balanced on stones over a fire. The surface, once seasoned with fat, became naturally non-stick. You could hear the hiss when dough met hot iron, smell cornbread baking as smoke drifted up through the camp. Today, chefs and campers still swear by them. In an age of disposable cookware, cast iron is the definition of heirloom, a tool you can pass down for generations, just as frontier families did. Before matches, before lighters, there was flint and steel. This fire kit, a piece of high-carbon steel, a sharp-edged flint, and a scrap of charred cloth could summon flame in any season. The trick was in the spark. When flint struck steel, tiny bits of metal sheared off and ignited from the heat. Catch it on char cloth, blow gently, and coax the ember into dry tinder. The smell of scorched cotton, the glow growing under your breath. It was a ritual as old as survival itself. Modern campers still carry them for reliability. Unlike matches, they don't get soggy, and a good striker might last a lifetime. The Drawknife is simplicity itself, a straight or slightly curved blade with handles at each end. You pull it toward you, peeling shavings from wood with precision. Frontiersmen used it for everything from shaping axe handles to crafting furniture. The sound of steel whispering along the grain, curls of cedar piling at your feet. It was efficient, controlled work. Today, boat builders, chair makers, and green woodworkers still rely on drawknives. In a pinch, it's faster and more tactile than any power tool.
A hand auger is a spiral bit with a cross handle, the ancestor of the modern drill. With it, settlers bored holes for wooden pegs, furniture joints, even tapping maple trees for sap. The feel was satisfying. A steady twist, wood shavings curling upward, the smell of fresh pine or oak. It needed no electricity, no complex parts, just your strength and patience. Modern bushcrafters still carry compact auger bits in their packs. In a world of dead batteries, it's a tool that always works.
The frontier hunting knife was a personal companion, part utility tool, part sidearm. Designs varied. Some were long and slender for skinning, others broad and stout for camp chores. Most had full tang blades of forged steel, fitted with wood or antler handles. Its edge could dress game, cut rope, shape tent stakes, or defend in a fight. The feel was reassuring. A good knife balanced in the palm, ready for fine work or hard thrust. Today, fixed-blade knives built on the same lines are standard for hunters, hikers, and survivalists. The form has hardly changed in 200 years. Water was life, and carrying it safely was a daily concern. Canteens came in many forms, wood-bound with iron hoops, tinned sheet metal, or leather bags lined with pitch. Each had to keep water cool, resist leaks, and survive rough travel. The slosh in the pack, the cool metal against your lips, these were small comforts in long, dusty miles. Today's stainless steel bottles echo the same principle. Durable, refillable, dependable. In the wild, nothing replaces a vessel you can trust.
Where wagons couldn't go, pack animals carried the load. The pack saddle, a wooden frame shaped to fit a horse or mule, spread the weight evenly to avoid injury. Leather cinches and ropes held goods in balanced bundles. From flour and tools to mining gear and pelts, a well-packed mule was worth more than gold. The creak of leather, the smell of sweat and pine, the steady clop of hooves, this was frontier freight. Today, the same designs are still used by outfitters and backcountry rangers. It's proof that sometimes the old way is the only way.
The Dutch oven was the frontier's portable kitchen. Cast iron, 3 short legs, a tight-fitting lid. You could bake bread, stew meat, or roast vegetables all in one vessel. The thick walls held heat, the lid kept in moisture, and the little legs let you nestle it among coals. The scent of venison stew rising into the night air was enough to draw every stomach to the fire. Modern campers still cook with Dutch ovens, and competitive chuck-wagon cooks prove they can produce everything from biscuits to peach cobbler in the wild.
The crosscut saw was the workhorse of frontier logging, teeth filed in a pattern to slice on both push and pull, a blade long enough to fell giants. Its rhythm was almost musical. A pull, a push, wood dust spraying into the air, the scent of resin heavy in the lungs. While chainsaws have replaced them for speed, crosscut saws are still used where noise, fuel, or access is a problem, from wilderness trail crews to traditional timber framers.
These 10 tools shaped the pace and possibility of life on the frontier. They weren't gadgets to be replaced every season. They were investments built to be repaired, sharpened, and handed down. Many were cross-cultural blends, Native American ingenuity meeting European metallurgy, or Old World designs adapted to New World challenges. The genius was in their balance of durability, portability, and multifunction use. And in our age of complex technology,
They remind us that the simplest solutions often endure the longest.